Build-A-Bear, the store where you get to pick your furry friend, picking the scent, doing the heart ceremony before your plush can get stuffed, and finally getting to dress it up. And getting to carry them in their bear condo boxes is always so fun. Build-A-Bear offers an experience that stays with you for many years after you've been to one. The company prides itself into always being family friendly as it has an audience of mostly children, but just like every other massive company, they have gotten into many controversies over the past few years. So how did this $500 million company start? Build-A-Bear was founded in 1997 by Maxine Clark. She had previously worked for May department stores and served as the president of Payless Shoe Source from 1992 to 1996. While shopping for Beanie Babies with her friend's daughter, they couldn't find any Beanie Babies they really wanted, and she mentioned that it would be easier to make their own stuffed animals if they couldn't find any toys that they liked. Clark began to work on a plan on opening a toy store where children are able to build their own stuffed animal. She invested into this company with her own personal savings, and 9 months later, in October 1997, Clark founded Build-A-Bear Workshop. The first store opened in St. Louis Galleria Mall, which is located in Missouri. Many people found the concept of Build-A-Bear with mixed feelings, with a few having doubts that this would be profitable over time. Immediately, children began to flock Build-A-Bear and it became very popular around the mall. There were 23 different furry friends to choose from. They had Curly Bear, Big Black Bear, Curly Bunny, Floppy Frog, Floppy Cow, Floppy Dalmatian, Floppy Bear, Vintage Bear, Chubby Cubby, Shaggy Dog, Shaggy Bear, Hug Me Bear, Polar Bear, Buddy Bear, Mink Look Bear, Lil Bunny, Baby's First Pink, Baby's First Blue, Little Cub Chocolate, Little Cub Butterscotch, Floppy Pig, Classic Brown Teddy, and Lil Cub. And they also had the iconic Cub Condo box we all know and love. By 1992, 4 more Build-A-Bears opened in other locations, and by 2000, there were over 39, indicating a surprising big rise in Build-A-Bear. Now there are over 500 stores globally. The first controversy Build-A-Bear got into was in 1999, when the Basic Brown Bear factory sued Clark for copyright infringement and trade secrets being stolen and used. Before the lawsuit, Clark contacted the Woods family, the founders of the Basic Brown Bear factory, to possibly purchase their business in 1996. Eric and Marilee Woods were interested in selling the business to Clark so it could expand nationally, with the agreement that the Woods would remain as officers. For a few months, they sent sensitive information of their business back and forth in order for the deal to be created. Clark then decided on an offer, giving it to the Woods family. The offer was way too low for the business and they declined. After that, Clark never continued discussing more of the deal and left knowing their company's trade secrets, which Clark later created Build-A-Bear in 1997 and possibly helped boost the company as well. There is still speculation on whether the story Clark tells on how she went about creating Build-A-Bear is true, or if she possibly saw the Basic Brown Bear factory store and wanted to create her own company with a similar concept. In October 2007, Build-A-Bear launched Bearville. This was a website that allowed users to create and customize their own avatars as well as interact with other players. This virtual world was filled with lots of mini-games and different areas to explore. I used to play the Love Nest mini-games a lot. I think I was addicted. You didn't need to purchase a furry friend in order to play, but if you did, you could enter the ID code from their birth certificate and have them virtually. Players had more access to games and activities if they're able to get a furry friend. And every time you would get a new furry friend, you would also get a new bedroom in your condo, as well as Bearvilles, which is the in-game currency, and exclusive rewards. Bearville was considered a success for Build-A-Bear. They always had players every day, and Bearville as a whole was just a giant advertisement for what's happening in the real-life Build-A-Bear stores. In March 2015, Bearville officially shut down. They never stated why the game would shut down, but it was probably due to the decline of players over the next few years. Bearville also had some really good bangers. And we can't forget the 2018 promotion disaster. On July 12th, 2018, Build-A-Bear hosted a Pay Your Age promotion for all their Build-A-Bear locations. This promotion was basically paying whatever age you are for any of the furry friends at Build-A-Bear. Many parents brought their younger children in order to get the deal. It was supposed to be a fun day for many customers and help boost the company as well. And many people did in fact show up, and it got too chaotic.
It's been a morning of madness here at Memorial City Mall. A line a mile long wrapped down and around dozens of stores inside and out.
The lines got so long that it just became a hazard. Parents and children waited in line for hours, but many Build-A-Bear locations had to shut down the line due to safety concerns and was also cited by authorities.
Build-A-Bear just wasn't prepared for the unanticipated number of crowds who showed up. Now, locally, there were no incidents to report here in the Chicago area, but nationwide, in some municipalities, they shut down Build-A-Bear workshops altogether.
People who were already in line were very upset having to leave and were given $15 voucher coupons for their next visit to Build-A-Bear. The CEO later went on Today to apologize for what happened. In 2019, Build-A-Bear launched their After Dark collection. This collection is for an older adult audience and has accessory items like alcohol and clothes that are more showy or have very interesting graphic designs on them. In 2024, Build-A-Bear dropped a new shirt that your furry friend can wear, and people on social media had mixed feelings about this. Some found it funny while others found it very offensive. On February 3rd, 2025, Build-A-Bear dropped a new furry friend, Cuddly Cougar. And I think we all know what the term cougar means.
She's a cougar. Watch out, boy.
This drop surprised so many people online. Online users had mixed feelings on this, more than the Zaddy t-shirt. There were much more negative comments for this drop, and many people found it very uncomfortable and weird. But there were also a lot of people that found it really funny. Unsurprisingly, Build-A-Bear has a really massive scalpers problem. Every time Build-A-Bear collaborates with anything that's popular, it's very common for these special drops to sell out immediately. There are many furry friends that have been the victim to scalpers, but these few ones have been targeted the most. In 2021, Build-A-Bear launched their Animal Crossing furry friends with Isabelle, Tom Nook, and KK Slider. This collaboration was highly anticipated for Animal Crossing fans. When Isabelle and Tom Nook went live to be purchased on Build-A-Bear's website, users had to wait in the virtual line. I remember when a lot of people complained online about the virtual queue becoming very glitchy and wasn't loading properly. And of course, many people got really upset. And these guys were really pricey too at that time. On Build-A-Bear's website, Isabelle and Tom Nook were both $51 each, and they were both being resold for $130 each on eBay. In 2023, Build-A-Bear dropped the most beloved Sanrio character, Cinnamoroll. In February 2023, Cinnamoroll went live on Build-A-Bear's website for purchase. He sold out very fast, and immediately scalpers began to resell him for double the price. Originally, he was $32 but was being resold online for $130 or more. In 2024, Build-A-Bear announced Bluey and Bingo furry friends. This collaboration was highly anticipated by so many Bluey fans, and it sold out in under a day. The whole stock of Bluey and Bingo was completely sold out, leaving so many parents online frustrated and angry. Bingo and Bluey were $32 but were being resold for over $200 each on eBay. In December 2024, Build-A-Bear released Shadow the Hedgehog. Priced at $34 on Build-A-Bear's website, he sold out very fast, more than any other furry friend. Shadow has been reselling online for an insane amount of money, with the highest being $1,200.
To me that the whole point of my video where I was calling these scalpers losers for reselling Shadow the Hedgehog Build-A-Bears, mind you, which are $35 for $500?
People online have expressed their frustrations at Build-A-Bear for not trying hard enough in stopping scalpers, as well as always not having enough stock when dropping very popular furry friends. Build-A-Bear does eventually restock a lot of their popular furry friends though after a few months. I do understand why people get frustrated, but at the same time, just wait a few months and they'll be back. On November 15th, 2024, Build-A-Bear opened their Hello Kitty and Friends workshop in LA. This location only sells Sanrio furry friends and accessories, and the whole theme of this workshop is just all Sanrio, and I think it's really cute. I just wanted to share this because I thought it was really important. What do you guys think about Build-A-Bear? And do you own any of their plushies? I have collected mostly the frogs and axolotls, but have been obsessed with Mothman ever since I got him. And I always put the strawberry scent in all of them.